food writer and blogger, comes in here once a week and he spins his magic on the radio. He's also director of Little Live, the city's premier international literature festival.
This is Good Morning Mumbai, and you're with Rishi K.
So after sumptuous doses or description of Ethiopian as well as Nigerian food and, a Nigerian book, a writer, let's move to what's happening on the beverage, on the drinks front in Mumbai City.
So we don't kind of get a lot of African beverages in India, but the one that's kind of made the transition is Amarula. Amarula is a cream-based liqueur. It looks very, very similar to Bailey's Irish Cream, which everyone is kind of familiar with. And if you had to pour both into the same glass, you really wouldn't be able to tell the difference. But once you taste them, you can kind of note the differences between the flavors. Bailey's Cream is much more chocolatey with more of a coffee kind of a finish. Amarula, on the other hand, is more citrusy. It's kind of got a lovely tang to it. Amarula is made from the marula tree, which is also called the elephant tree or the marriage tree. The fruits are kind of pale yellow. They have a very high vitamin C content, a very citrusy flavor. The fruits are kind of first fermented and made into a wine, and then distilled into the same process like a brandy. And finally, they're kind of mixed with cream and sugar to make the drink. Now, I don't know, Rishi, if you remember, but many, many years ago, probably in the 70s, there was a film that came about, Beautiful People, which was about African animals.
Of course, yeah.
And there was a scene in it where you had all these animals kind of in various stages, and what they had eaten was the marula plant, and that had kind of got them so intoxicated. So Amarula is like a really fascinating drink. I mean, after Bailey's, it's the second most popular cream liqueur internationally. Obviously, it kind of lends itself to all kind of cocktails and hot drinks and coffee-based cocktails. I've seen a number of rum and vodka cocktails. It's very, very easy to combine. You can do it hot, you can do it cold. But interestingly, it's also something that you can use for making savory dishes. And I've seen it used in kind of a number of fish dishes. And I've actually tried cooking with it, and I came up with a recipe myself where I've kind of combined Amarula with Thai flavors.
Wow.
So I've kind of made a kind of a cocktail sauce, a prawn cocktail sauce, where with coconut cream, Thai chilies, fish sauce, ginger, kind of mixed all of it together. And it's a great dipping sauce for prawns. I've put the recipe up on the blog, of course. And you've got an option. You can either have it as a dipping sauce, or you can have it as a cocktail by itself. It's very spicy, but really, really refreshing.
There you have it. Ethiopian food, Nigerian food, and some cream liqueur from Africa, and where to find it in Mumbai City with Antonie Lewis. Before you go, where can we reach out to you and find your work, Antoine?
Well, you can find me at thecurlyheadcook.com. If you want to know more about green onion, you can find about it there. And as I mentioned, I've got a savory recipe for prawns with Amarula.
Fantastic. And he's on Twitter at @ShazAntoine. See you next week, buddy. Bye-bye.
Absolutely.